Okay, good afternoon, guys, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. This is Mr. Solutions Online Free Coding Academy, and I'm glad that you could take your time and tune in so that you could learn about coding and programming. Again, I would like to mention that I'm an internationally qualified programmer from Pearson Institute, and I'm also qualified in computer hardware from CTU Training Institute. So I've learned about hardware and both software. So I've got an overview. I've been running a business for 8 years, and it's a successful business. We've served over 100,000, going to now 500,000 customers within these 8 years. So I thought that this is the best way I could just give back to the people that are yearning to learn about computers, because I see that that's where the world is going. So how better to provide a solution than to teach people. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to learn C++. C++ is a programming language that I've chosen to start with because it's quite broad and you can do a lot of things with it. You can do softwares for instruments, you can do softwares for calculators, you can do apps, you can do websites, you can do programs like WhatsApp, you can do programs like Facebook. The list is endless. So this is chapter one of it. Firstly, this is an overview of the lesson. We're going to do computer systems, we're going to do programming and problem solving. You know, computer programming is actually solving modern day problems in a nutshell. Introduction to C++, what is C++, testing and debugging. Those are the, the things that I'm going to be covering in this chapter. So firstly, computer systems. What is a computer program? A computer program, a set of instructions for a computer to follow. I know that sounds pretty simple, but if you really think about it, it's as simple as that. A computer is something that takes your instructions. Like now, you can be trying to record, or on Microsoft Word, you're putting in letters, and those are instructions, and then it processes them, and then it gives you output. Sometimes you even print the documents or you send them via email. So it really takes your instructions. But then, what is a computer software? Now, computer software is something totally different. It's a collection of all those programs used by a computer. So there are different types. There's an editor, which is like a Microsoft Word. There's a translator, which translates, maybe you're recording through a microphone and the computer takes that as audio file, and then it converts it into a WAV file so that it can be shared, and then later on bounced into an MP3, or converted is a more common term to use, not bounced. System managers are operating systems like your Windows 10, your Mac OS X, Ubuntu Lion, Linux, all of that. And then there are three main classes of computers: your personal computers, either your handheld or your tower with your monitor, your workstation. It's normally larger. That's the second one, workstation. And then mainframe. It's still larger. It requires support staff. Like it maybe can be installed over a wider network, shared by multiple users. And then networks, a number of computers connected to share resources. So a computer, maybe you can be connecting, like let's say in a work type of situation, you guys are working in a network. So one computer is connected, it's called number one. Another computer is connected, it's called number two. All of those computers joined are a network. You can also share a network with a printer, e.g. the printer is connected to your network, so everyone knows that they can print through that thing, and it shares information, so and so. You can share like a file from one device to another device. Yes. And then there are five components to a computer. The first one I mentioned earlier on, input devices, where you're using like maybe a keyboard, you're typing something in. Output device, where it's processed onto a screen or into a printer, into speakers. Those are output devices. Central processing unit, which is your processor. Your processor is the one that actually processes all the information. You will normally hear it when they're explaining stuff like, I want to buy a computer, I want a Core i5 or a Core i3 or Core i7 or an AMD. All of those are processors. The the highest would be, then now there's even i9 and all of that, but most common is around i7 to your Core 2 Duo. The i7 processes more faster than the Core 2 Duo, and the middle one is a Core i5. Then you go to your third component, which is your memory, main memory and secondary memory. Those are classified under hard disk, your hard drive, your floppy disk, your DVD writers and all of that, and I will explain further down the line. Here, there's main memory, which is your RAM, and this is an explanation. I'm going to give you a chance to get access to this so you can screenshot it. And then some data is too large for a single byte. Okay, this is just a more in-depth explanation that I thought I should share to just elaborate on what these memories are classified as, or just explain more in detail, but I'm not gonna go like deep into explaining this. I think it's self-explanatory, but I'll get into it a bit later. And then secondary is your hard drive. You know that, yeah, your floppy disk, your sticks, your memory sticks, and all of that, yeah. And then now we're going to, I just want to skip these slides